When you think of truly breathtaking places, Jammu and Kashmir often pops up, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's got this reputation, almost mythic heaven on earth, and you
Yeah.
instantly picture those, huge snow-capped mountains, maybe a serene spiritual
Uh-huh.
sights.
It's a powerful image.
A very evocative image, yeah.
It certainly is. And while that postcard view is definitely real, it's also true that this region has had a and unfortunately conflict too.
Exactly. And that's really what we want to dive into today. Our goal is to kind of unpack the most important bits about Jammu and Kashmir based on the material we've looked at.
Hmm.
Give you, the listener, a real understanding of what makes this place so significant. Think of it like a shortcut to getting a well-rounded view.
That's a good way to put it. We've gathered stuff that covers quite a lot of ground. Everything from the geography and the culture, which is amazing, to the tricky history, the conflict years, daily life, tourism, and all the shifts happening right now.
So quite a bit to cover.
Definitely. So where should we begin our exploration?
Let's get our bearings first, maybe. Geography.
Okay.
So Jammu and Kashmir is right at the very top of India.
Northernmost part, yeah.
And it shares borders with both Pakistan and China. That location itself is pretty significant when you think about it.
Absolutely. And, the administrative setup has changed too. Back in 2019, the former state was reorganized.
Right, that was a big change.
Huge. It resulted in two separate union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. And that split sort of reflects the different cultural and, well, geographical realities on the ground.
Which I guess leads us nicely into the culture itself.
Hmm. Incredibly rich.
The material we looked at really highlights how diverse it is. You've got Kashmiri Muslims mainly in the Kashmir Valley, the Dogra community, largely in the Jammu region, and then the Ladakhis up in the high mountains.
And you can't forget the nomadic groups either, like the Gujars and Bakarwals. They have their own distinct lifestyles.
It's fascinating how each group brings its own unique flavor.
Exactly. Different languages, different festivals, unique traditions. It all adds up to this multifaceted identity. It's definitely not just one single culture.
And you can even taste that diversity, apparently. Have you heard about Waswan? Our sources mention it. Sounds quite something.
Oh, Wazwan. Yeah, it's a huge deal in Kashmiri culture.
Tell me more.
What's this traditional, massive, multi-course feast? Like dozens of dishes.
Wow.
And it's famous not just for the number of courses, but the incredible flavors, the artistry that goes into preparing it. It's a real point of pride, a testament to their heritage.
Sounds amazing. Okay, so shifting gears a bit to the historical side of things.
Right, the complex part.
Yeah. The material points to that crucial time around India's independence in 1947. The Maharaja of Kashmir, he decided to join India, but there were specific conditions attached, right?
Yes, exactly. And that whole situation led to Article 370.
Ah, Article 370. Very significant.
Hugely significant. For decades, it gave Jammu and Kashmir this special autonomous status within India.
Meaning,
They had their own constitution, their own flag. Indian Parliament's power to make laws for the state was limited. It was meant to acknowledge the region's unique history and context.
okay. And then came August 2019.
Right. A really pivotal moment. The Indian government revoked Article 370.
Which, as our sources stress, was a massive deal.
Yes.
Legally, emotionally, just huge.
Absolutely. And it's crucial to understand the different viewpoints on this.
Definitely.
Supporters argued it was necessary, to properly integrate Jammu and Kashmir with the rest of India.
Yeah.
They felt it might bring more stability, more development opportunities.
Okay, that's one side.
But then you have the critics.
Right. What were their concerns?
Well, critics argued it happened too suddenly, maybe without enough local consultation or involvement. There were real worries about the impact on the region's distinct identity and potentially even, increasing instability.
So deeply complex. Strong feelings on both sides.
Very much so. And look, when we talk about the history, we just have to acknowledge the years of militancy and conflict.
Sadly, yes.
It's had such a profound impact on people's everyday lives. But the information we have also suggests there's now a shift, a real push towards development projects, boosting tourism, trying to attract investment.
Despite all that complexity, the history, the conflict, what really shines through in our sources is the resilience of the Kashmiri people.
It really does. It's quite striking.
Yeah.
Even with all the challenges, life goes on. You see kids going to school, people working in the apple orchards, which are so vital there.
Mm-hmm.
And tourists, enjoying Dal Lake on the Shikaras. It's a powerful reminder of that enduring spirit.
There was one story, really touching, about a young Kashmiri woman running a travel company.
Oh, I remember reading that.
She just expressed this deep wish for peace and for visitors to see the real Kashmir. That just, it stayed with me.
It does. It really highlights that, beyond the headlines we often see, there's this deep warmth, incredible hospitality, and a real pride in their Kashmiri identity. That human element is so important.
Definitely. Okay, let's talk tourism potential for a minute.
Huge potential.
Our sources mention some absolutely stunning places. Gulmarg, Pahalgam, Sonamarg. They sound like incredible winter destinations.
Oh, they are. Proper winter wonderlands. And then beyond the Kashmir Valley, in the Jammu region, you have the Vaishno Devi Temple.
Ah, yes, the pilgrimage site.
Hugely popular. Draws millions of pilgrims every single year. Think about the impact of that, economically, logistically.
Massive. The material we looked at also mentions this transformation happening, especially post-2019.
Right. There's talk of more investment in infrastructure, better roads, trying to improve digital connectivity across the region.
Which sounds positive on the surface.
It does. But what's really interesting and important is the debate around these changes.
Okay.
Like, are these developments genuinely benefiting the local communities? Are people on the ground feeling empowered by them? Are their voices actually being heard in this whole process of transformation?
Those are really crucial questions, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Because I guess ultimately the hope, as suggested in our reading, is that more opportunity combined with real lasting peace, that combination will create an environment where the young people, especially, can thrive.
Exactly. Let them shape their own futures.
So wrapping this deep dive up, it's clear Jammu and Kashmir is, well, it's this place of incredible beauty.
Undeniable beauty.
But also with a really rich, complex, layered history. And it's navigated some serious challenges.
For sure. It's a region that I think really warrants our attention, our empathy, and a genuine attempt to understand the diverse realities people face there.
Well said. And thinking about everything we've discussed, the traditions, the modernization push, the history, it leads to maybe one final thought for you, our listener, to chew on. Given this blend, this sort of push and pull between tradition and change that's happening, what might the long-term impact actually be on the unique, vibrant cultural identity of Jammu and Kashmir?
That's a really interesting question, something definitely worth pondering.